Hello. Well, this is Josh, and this is a practice highlights clip for me again back at Columbia University's Lerner Student Center, and I'm honored to be able to do my practices here once in a while when the event space is not being used. It's a good time again because it's holiday season. So here I am with my warm-ups. I'm one of those jugglers who does believe that two clubs is an excellent warm-up to get the body going, basic stretches, and there's a real history to club swinging around the world, in the Far East and in Asia. It is a real exercise training. These clubs are not very heavy. These are just standard juggling clubs. Notice that I do just the basic variations here, large circles and lower circles. And that's a reel and a 3-count reel. And you can also get the legs going, putting them in second position. And there is one of my basic sequences. And the other one that I do also is coming up. You can work, different directions and different planes. So the circles can go into different directions. Here, that's a good back stretch and stretching different muscle groups of the arms. And there's a cross follow, which is one of the basic patterns. And I think also I did, it's also an element of the fountain. If you'd like to know more about club swinging, it's good to know how to do the full fountain, which I don't think I did today. But, I did do the upper fountain here, because I found that that's a very good overhead stretch. And then it's a 6-circle count overhead. And I think I do them both directions. My back was a little stiff, so and then and so stretch it out, and also gets the legs stretching, gets you going for a club workout, and then just some sync circles, synchronized, going in both directions, and I think that's a wrap. Oh, and no switch to ball and socket grip, and I also play music, by the way. This is some music that I played up at school. And, here's, I always feel like a DJ when I do this. I think I learned a 360. Yay. Alright, well, I think that's it. So again, I do highly recommend two-club swinging. If you are a performer or a professional or amateur juggler. So going to 3 clubs. Again, the basics. The trend these days are amazing multiplex patterns, and so I made up a few of my own. I used to spend maybe 10-20 minutes exploring multiplex. Here's my single double back cross as a warm-up, and not too difficult. I learned it in about a week or so. It's pretty solid, and there it is. And basically I do a lot of site swaps with 3 clubs. So I remember back in the 80s and 90s, it was a real trend to like, oh man, I can do that in with clubs now, or with rings. Very sweet with clubs. And there I threw in some spins in the dwell 2 of 4-2-3. And here's like 4-4-1 with a behind the back handoff, and which is repeats every 18. The pattern repeats. And other ones too, 504 and repeats. And then I don't think I put it. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, now I'm doing cascade to the 4-5-1 transition to a shower. And then I think I'm going to switch into synchronized. And then yes, I did. And here I'm going to tour around the 1 club around those 2 that are in place. Hey, all right, this is really straight out of my street routine. I've been a street performer since 1991. And thousands of days on the street. That's usually, if I have it choreographed, that's the end of a verse. And then I return with, here's Mills Mess. And I've had the honor of texting with Steve Mills and Facebooking him. There it is. Wow. He just turned 60th birthday. Yeah, I know. Around the world, people do it with like 4 and 5 and even more clubs now with the Mills Mess pattern. I do recommend back crosses. Those were single, double, triple sets of back crosses, and I think just a few other basic variations. Here's overhead, and Oh, I guess here. Coming up is my showstopper for my street show and my 3 club routine. What's up here? I think I'm gonna do the chin bounce coming up, and then it's the chin to nose to forehead hop. Up we go. There it is. That thing. Yep. And then wait for it. Wait for it. Where's and bam! And the blind and I nailed it again. Yes. And oh, they love it. Oh man, that's very successful in my street show. And off I go. If they're really pumped up, I usually do some encores like a 3-up pirouette or chops. I didn't do chops here today. Or a joggle again. Like up and down the path of the zoo or the Bethesda Fountain or the seaport at the South Street Seaport. Yay! Or wherever heck I am. And 4 clubs. Again, I like to start with the centering pattern, and this one is not the one I do in my street show. Not this sequence. This is run a back crosses and then drop in. Yay. But what I do for years on the street was this next sequence. I start with the club on the street, and then with the balance, and then a kick up, usually a back cross or 2, and 4-4-1 into a drop in. Yay, and there they are. Then a collect, and again, that was a very successful routine as a street performer over the years in Central Park and around my hometown, New York City. Yay. And also with 4 clubs, this is a standard sequence. I do singles to doubles to triples, hold the triples, come back down to doubles and singles, which is really good for control of the pattern and improving your juggling. I do recommend this. And, yep. And there it is. All right. So. And then also, what do I do next? Oh, there's a multiplex start. Yep, and that's just, I learned that at NYU. I think I made that up on their Wednesday night juggles, thanks to those guys down there at Washington Square Park. And here is 534, isolated on a chair, and that's also a Mod 18 pattern. There's one cycle of it. And I didn't do my sync patterns with 4. I forgot to do syncs and splits. Aw, man. What did I... Oh, so I think... Usually I end with back cross runs, and here I was just doing flashes. I haven't been working on them lately. I just haven't had time. So... Well. Here, and then I think I always do the other side, too. So there it is. And so... those are my typical 4-club patterns. I'll put in some sync patterns next time, and some new side swaps in sync. But thank you for watching. Thank you.